Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. Global markets are in a turmoil, and I have gone to ad nauseum about telling you why this is happening. But what is a very funny thing, and which most so called intelligent people have been tweeting about, is that it was the era of the crypto and the currency, and cryptocurrency is the savior of the world. And what all is it's a great inflation hedge. When inflation goes up, crypto will stand. Crypto is like gold. Let's compare crypto with gold. Crypto generates much more than what gold can do, etc., etc., etc. How a parallel universe will be created in cryptocurrencies and non fungible tokens. I took the line that the great Charlie Munger took and said this is all hogwash. The Federal Reserve has been irresponsible in printing money and having a very loose, ultra loose monetary policy. The moment when the Fed tightens, all these jokes will end and crypto will sink. I also took the position it is a sovereign's right to issue currency. I may have several agreements and disagreements with the people sitting at the sovereign today, but that does not mean that I can support somebody else taking away a sovereign's right, and that a group of techies can do better management of currency than wholly made professionals who have spent years studying this. They had no idea what they were talking about. And when Bitcoin soared from 8,000 to 64,000 and corrected once to 30,000 and caught up almost back to its initial high, I was roasted on social media saying that this is the era of crypto. First, crypto is not only Bitcoin, there are more than 19,000 coins. So, this is a frenzy like Tulip Bubble or Mississippi Bubble or the South Sea Bubble or even at last the tech bubble, and it had to burst. And it did burst in style. From 62,000, it has gone on a downward trend. At the latest, when I checked Bitcoin, it was trading between $21,000 to $23,000. Very difficult to find because it's very volatile. What is the recent trigger for this fall? Wall Street reports that there is a particular company which does lending and depositing of cryptocurrencies. This is called Celsius Networks. Celsius Networks has a book of $11 billion. That means it trades in $11 billion of various cryptocurrencies, accepting deposits and giving loans for interest. Many people were given promised magnificent returns of 18 to 20% per year, not only in Celsius Networks. The link between the real world, that is the fiat currency, and the crypto world was sometimes called tether or stable coin, where it was supposed to meet $1 to a crypto peg. At the end of the day, Terra Soft Luna's coin collapsed because they were using an algorithmic peg, and the algorithmic peg just collapsed. That started the collapse. Then people said stablecoin is very safe, and as long as stablecoin is there, there is nothing to worry. People accuse me of not understanding technology behind it very well when I understand the technology extraordinarily well. That is, if you read Ishwar Prasad's Future of Money, you will understand how it works. But all this was possible as long as there was loose monetary policy. Wall Street managers, when they saw some money, they got into it and started doing derivative contracts on Bitcoin. And a lot of big fund, mainstream fund managers got sucked into this. They decided to play like Soros, decided to go along with it, at the top of the market, dump it. But some of them are caught with it. If you're an early user of Bitcoin, that is, you bought it less than $3,000, then you are still very safe. But 99% of the people have bought it after it made its first great hike. In India, people used arbitrary exchanges came up which said that you own Bitbins, which is basically Bitcoin divided by a so-called exchange. We don't know where it exited. Believing the myth, thousands of Indians, millions of them, and people and across the globe have invested in this. When I kept warning them that this was hogwash, and when the monetary policy of the world changed, these cryptos will crash. Nobody believed me. The Fed has actually raised interest rates only twice, 0.25 and zero point 0.5. Inflation has not yet peaked. It's at 8.6. We do not know whether this is the peak. The Fed is promised to increase interest rates zero point 0.5 and zero point 0.5 the next two times. From the inflation data, it's imputed that you need to go back to at least 5, 5.5 in federal rates before inflation can be tamed. In fact, as Tani Druckmiller pointed out, whenever in CPI has crossed 5%, the Fed fund rate has to be higher than the CPI for it to come back to 2%, though he believes this time it will not happen. So a fund rate of 5 and a half to bring down the tamp down demand means money is going to get extremely costly. This means that the US Treasury is going to trade between 6.5 to 7.5%, give or take a few percentage points. All this has meant that money, real fiat money, is going to be in scarce supply. Gold has barely budged. It was at 1850, is still trading at 1800. The peak was 2100. It's down $300 maximum. But look at the foremost Bitcoin, which was at trading at 62,000, is now at 21 to 23,000. You have a spate of bankruptcies where people are now are sure they have taken them for a ride. For the first time, the cryptocurrency market has plummeted from $2 trillion to less than $1 trillion. The cost of mining a Bitcoin must be around 21 to $22,000. I am told in Twitter by many of these experts the rate at which it's happening, the mining cost of a Bitcoin is going to soon become greater than the actual price of Bitcoin. This means the incentive for everybody to set up mining systems and mine Bitcoins is going to end. Once people stop mining, the price will start to correct. So this is like collectibles. As long as you're a certain age, you like to collect things. And suddenly the collectibles market shift. Baseball collectibles is a big market. It was used to be a big market in the US before it collapsed. Cryptocurrencies is one such fad. Maybe a couple of them will survive, but balance, most of them are dead. At the very end, the technology is brilliant, but currency can be issued only by a sovereign. Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like this content, hit the like button, press the subscribe button of my channel, and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. If you like this content, kindly consider sharing it with your friends and relatives. I have written two books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support.